Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into another edition of Key Time Sports. It's Key Time coming back to talk about Game 6 of the Denver Nuggets and LA Clippers and Game 6 of the New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons. Now, first off, I want to start with the Detroit Pistons. Last night, the Detroit Pistons, I saw a team that's a young, up and coming team that is going to be a force to be reckoned with. And plus, just to see where the Detroit Pistons have came from just 3 years ago till now, it's a success story. So, Cade Cunningham, he had a sensational season. I expect him to come back next season even more efficient. And also, I expect the Detroit Pistons to build off of this playoff experience. Now, let me go ahead and start with the Detroit Pistons. Tobias Harris, 14 points. Azur Thompson, 17 points. Tim Hardaway Jr., 7 points. Jalen Duren, 21 points. Cade Cunningham, 23 points. Paul Reed, bench production for the Detroit Pistons. Paul Reed, 2 points. Dennis Schroeder, 9 points. Malik Beasley, 20 points. So they didn't have much of a bench man rotation. They just had a three bench man rotation. And only thing I can say, I thought the Detroit Pistons, I thought that they would win this game and they would have a game 7. I really did. But I predicted the New York Knicks to win the series in 5 games. It went 6, but at the end of the day, they won. So all you New York Knicks fans out there, especially Stephen A. Smith, y'all should have y'all should be breathing a deep sigh of relief this morning, because if the Pistons would have won last night, like I say, anything can happen in a game 7 now. Anything. No, game 7, like I say, anything can happen. And in a game 7, if you have home court advantage, that's good now. But in the last 4, maybe 5 minutes of a game 7, that home court advantage, it is at sometimes it's irrelevant, and then other times that is what win the game 7 for the home team. So this series didn't go to a game 7. But let me tell y'all what. The New York Knicks and Boston Celtics are playing on Monday night. I expect the Boston Celtics, the New York Knicks, they about to receive a beatdown. That's all I'm gonna say. They are about to receive a beatdown. I believe that this series is only gonna go 5 games, just like the Celtics' previous series versus the Magic did, because New York Knicks, 5 starters, outside of their starting 5, they don't have much scoring. And when you are playing against a team like the Boston Celtics, who have so many advantages over the New York Knicks, you obviously see where I'm going with this. So I got the Celtics in 5 games over the New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference semifinals. And also the other series Eastern Conference semifinals is the Cavaliers and the Indiana Pacers. Now, New York and the Indiana Pacers, they can just go home right now, because what I have been saying all season is about to happen. America, world, wherever you may be watching. Now, before the season started, I said it would be the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we are one series away from that. So, everybody, and I do mean everybody that is watching the show, y'all should start listening to me, because I have no biased takes. And plus, all of these journalists, they get it, they on ESPN, Fox Sports, wherever it's at, they have to follow those narratives on those networks. If they don't follow the narrative, they gonna get fired. So me, I'm a self-made businessman, and I have no biased takes on here. That's why I could come at people so many different ways when it comes to debating sports, because I have no dog in the fight. Especially now, what I mean by having a dog in the fight is when it comes to debates, I am not on this person's side or that person's side. I'm on the side of making common sense, and also I'm on the side of factual evidence. Now, see what the New York Knicks did throughout the regular season, playing against top-notch teams. They lost all of those games. They were 0-9. See, that's factual evidence. Now, anybody, and I do mean anybody, that's gonna tell me that the New York Knicks got a chance versus the Boston Celtics, oh my goodness, they got to be smoking something, because I mean, how you gonna beat the Boston Celtics? Because they got Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, Sam Hauser. That white boy can shoot the lights out of a stadium, I can tell you. Then you have Derek White, who is also a three-point sniper. You got Al Horford. You got Kristaps Porzingis. Then you have about five guys that can come off the bench and average 15 points for the Boston Celtics. So the New York Knicks, I'm sorry, New York Knicks fans. Stephen A. Smith, shout out to you. I'm sorry, but your New York Knicks are going home. Your New York Knicks are going home, because the Eastern Conference Finals is already set. I said that before the season started. Cleveland and Boston, and that's what we want to see. So, New York Knicks and Indiana Pacers, y'all had a good season, but it's about to end when Cleveland and Boston beat y'all respectfully. Respectfully. So, back to what I was saying when it comes to the New York Knicks. Obviously, last night they had a balanced attack. Mikal Bridges, 25 points. OG Anunoby, 22 points. Karl Anthony Towns, 10 points. Jalen Brunson, 40 points. Josh Hart, 13 points. And then you had Mitchell Robinson from the bench for the New York Knicks with 1 point. Cameron Payne with 2 points. Miles McBride with 3 points. So everything that I had just said about the New York Knicks, it is gonna come true. So I got the Boston Celtics in 5 games. New York Knicks, you might as well just go ahead and pack your bags. Get ready for Mexico, Cancun, Las Vegas, Miami, wherever y'all gonna be vacationing at. Y'all might as well get ready for a vacation, because the New York Knicks bench production is too light in the tail. During the regular season, and at the conclusion of the regular season, the Boston Celtics bench production averaged 28 points per game. The Knicks bench production only averaged 12. Only averaged 12 bench points per game. So right then and there, that should tell you all that this series isn't going to be close. I believe that the Cavaliers and the Pacers series is going to be much closer than the Knicks and the Celtics series. I do. I do. So I'm gonna go to the statistics for last night's game between the Knicks and the Pistons. Most of the most of the statistics were in the New York Knicks' favor, but let me tell you, the New York Knicks, they done had a drought of not making it to the finals. Last time they made it to the finals, it wasn't even in this century. It was 99 when the New York Knicks made it to the finals, and they lost to the Spurs. Now, and when you factor all of that in, the New York Knicks, they haven't won a championship since 1972. So 1972 up until now, that is 53 years. So we almost done got almost, let's say, a generation is 25 years according to AI. So that's 2 generations that haven't seen the New York Knicks hoist a championship trophy in the NBA. 53 years. So All you New York Knicks fans out there, y'all don't know what winning is like. Y'all just don't. So, and y'all going up against a team that has trophies all throughout the arena galore. Boston, 18 championships. What else can I say about Boston? Boston is the epitome of championship success. And the New York Knicks are an atrocity as an organization when it comes to championship potential because they always squander it. The New York Knicks, they squandered those years with Carmelo Anthony. They squandered those years with Patrick Ewing. They squandered those years with Walt Clyde Frazier. They squandered those years, and it just seems like New York Knicks, they just squandered the last 53 years of their franchise. They've done that. So that's all I have for the Knicks and Pistons series. The Knicks won, but they will not be winning versus the Boston Celtics. Now, the final game I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to make my final take, and then I'm going to be done for the day. Yes, this was a quick video, and we only had two games to talk about. That's all. We only had two games. So the Clippers, they tied the series last night after a game 6 win. Winner take all. Game 7 is tomorrow night. So the Denver Nuggets last night, here are their statistics for the starters. Aaron Gordon, 19 points. Michael Porter Jr., 5 points. Nikola Jokic, 25 points. Jamal Murray, 21 points. Christian Braun, 14 points. Knicks bench production, Peyton Watson, 7 points. DeAndre Jordan, 0 points. Russell Westbrook, 14 points. And that was it for the Knicks, the Nuggets players who played in the game last night. The Clippers, Kawhi Leonard, 27 points. Ivica Zubac, 10 points. James Harden, 28 points. Norman Powell, 24 points. Chris Dunn, 2 points. Nicholas Batum, 6 points. Derrick Jones Jr., 8 points. Boban Bogdanovic, 6 points. So, I knew that this series, in all likelihood, would go to a 7th game. But initially, I said the Denver Nuggets would win this series in 6. Now, last night, the Denver Nuggets, when it comes to their bench production, I'm already on the fence with their bench production. But one thing, I just don't have any faith in the Clippers when it comes to, the Clippers was leading this series not too long ago after game 3. Now the past 3 games, they've been evening out. They've been even. Denver has won one. LA has won one. Now Denver has won one. And now LA has won one. Has won game 6. Now, game 7, it's in the Rocky Mountains. The Mile High City, Denver. So I expect the Denver Nuggets to win game 7 on their home floor and have a rematch with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Oh, excuse me. The Minnesota Timberwolves are awaiting the winner of Golden State and Houston. So scratch that. That was a technical error on my part. So this series, game 7, is tomorrow night. And here's the statistics for last night's game 6. And most of the statistics went in favor of the Denver Nuggets, but like I said, down the stretch, those last 2 or 3 minutes, those last 5 minutes of the game, that's where the Denver Nuggets hurt themselves at. That's what they did, because what the Denver Nuggets did last night. Nikola Jokic, he had 25 points. but he didn't really have the type of game where he scores efficiently. Like he had 25 points on 22 shots. That is not efficient. Now, if he had if he had 25 points on like 11 or 12 shots, the Denver Nuggets would have won last night. But that's where I say the game is won and lost in efficiency, turning the ball turning turnovers. The less you turn the ball over, the more times you'll win. And in basketball, making your free throws. Now see, now see, free throws, the Denver Nuggets were 6 of 9. The Clippers were 13 of 15. So that is where the Clippers won the game at free throws and turnovers. Denver had twice as many turnovers as the Clippers did. So largest lead for the Clippers was 15, and the largest lead for the Denver Nuggets was 7. Now, anything can happen in a game 7, but if I had to make my prediction for a game 7, I said the Denver Nuggets would win this series. They have the home court advantage in game 7, and the Denver Nuggets will win game 7. The Clippers, they are going home for the 17th time. Excuse me, no, not 17th, but for the 13th time in in their franchise history after leading a series 2 games to 1 after 3 games. After you lead a series after 3 games, you are supposed to win that series 85%, no, excuse me, 82% of the time. That's what the Clippers, they were supposed to win this series long time ago. I do mean a long time ago. But we have a game 7. Anything can happen. I got the Denver Nuggets, and with that, those are my reactions to the game 6 NBA playoff schedule from last night. The New York Knicks versus the Detroit Pistons, and the Denver Nuggets versus the LA Clippers. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified of all of my reaction videos, shows, and other content. We are doing an expansion right here on YouTube, and we are doing an expansion over on my other platform, Key City Sports, on Instagram. So be sure to like, follow, share, subscribe to Key Time Sports on YouTube and to Key City Sports on Instagram. And remember, everybody, one last thing. The key is always on time.